Hey, what's up guys? Max is here with Triadic Custom Engraving. Hey, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I teach all about rotary tool engravings. So today I'm going to be engraving this Spyderco Paramilitary 2 knife. I'm going to be engraving the scales. I'm going to put some cool design on it, and to improve the grip, and yes, to prevent the slippage. So let's jump right in and get started. Alright guys, so my first step is going to be taking off this clip off this knife. The screws are T6, Torx 6. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so once you prep your knife and it's ready to go for engraving, you want to get your design ready. So if that means of you drawing the design yourself with a Sharpie, you can do that. This one is a pretty nice fine detail tip, so that can work really well. In my case, I made a design using Procreate and Illustrator, and if you want to learn a little bit how I make my designs, I will include a link to that video in the description below. But essentially what I've done is I've taken this design through Procreate, and I've scaled it to size to meet the size of this knife in Illustrator. I'm going to be transferring the design over with the carbon paper onto the knife itself. So let's get that done real quick. Let's use some Scotch tape to stick that to the knife. Alright. And then when you're using carbon paper, make sure you're putting the darker side to the surface that you want to transfer to. So light side up. Alright, and then we'll tape it, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so once you're traced your design onto the knife, next step is going to be engraving. For engraving, I'm going to be using tungsten carbide and my Foredom K1060 micromotor. I'm also going to be propping up this knife using this sandbag, and I'm going to basically put my hand on top of this pillow so I can have some nice elevation over the engraving. I'm going to switch to 25,000 RPM and see if this cuts a little bit deeper, because I had it at 35 and I think it was a little bit too fast. Alright, so slowing down a bit to 25,000 RPM definitely helped out. Digging in a little bit more, especially if you do a couple of passes. But I'm definitely surprised. This is my first time engraving brass, so it's kind of cool to see how it engraves. And it's definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm usually engraving stainless steel cups, so it's I was expecting this to be a little bit softer, and that's not the case. It's a little bit harder to engrave than I thought it was going to be, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to finish up engraving all the lines, initial lines. Then I'm going to try different things and try to get the all these lines a little bit deeper to give a nice grip that I'm looking for. So yeah, let's do that next. Alright, so after testing a few bits, I came up with this. So the customer wants to continue these lines, curve them down like that, and that's what I've been doing now. But this little area right here is done by more of like a industrial strength tungsten carbide burr. The other one that I was using wasn't really doing it. So this one right here, you know, as you can see, it's a little bit deeper. So this is what customer wanted, something a little bit deeper, so it creates some kind of grip. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be doing. Just basically going over all these lines with this different burr and making all these lines nice and deep. Alright guys, so one side is complete, as you can see. Now I got to do this other side. Yeah, it's not too bad, about 2 hours. Hey, if you guys are on Instagram or Facebook, you know, hit me up. Tell me you're coming from YouTube, that would be really awesome. Alright, so I've completed the tracing for the other side, and as you can see, the side is a little bit different. A little cutout right here. The design is kind of almost touching that screw right there, so I have to widen it a little bit. And also on this side you have your clip screws going in, so that's not going to work. You don't want to hit this with your Dremel or whatever rotary tool you're using, because that will just ruin the threads. So I'm going to make some modifications to this design a little bit to avoid all that, and yeah, we'll be ready to engrave. Alright, so general outline is complete. Now it's going to be basically like the other side. I'm going to go over and make all these cuts just as deep as this side. So yep, that'll be next. Alright guys, so this second side is complete, and knife is complete. Let me know what you guys think. How did it turn out? Alright guys, this is it. Thank you guys for watching the whole video. Really appreciate that. Hit the like button if you like this video. Leave a comment and let me know if you learn anything through the process. I think this knife came out pretty awesome. This brass scales, you know, this is pretty cool. Over time it's going to darken up in the engraving, the patina, and it's going to look really cool, I think. This is the first kind of knife that I've engraved. I've graded different types of knives in the past, but nothing with the tungsten carbide burr. So this is definitely a unique look, but I think it looks awesome. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the process. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.